Chicago in the 1880s were a dismal place to live. Poor families scraped by as best they could, surviving day to day in squalid conditions, hardly able to provide for themselves and their children. They received little help from the government or city, and were mainly left to struggle on as well as they could on their own. One woman changed this. Jane Addams came from a prosperous family. She had access to all the privileges and opportunities of her time. After graduating college as the valedictorian of her class, she began to study medicine, but gave it up because of her poor health. Searching for a purpose in her life, she traveled to Europe with a friend, Ellen Starr. While in London, they visited a settlement house designed to help provide necessities to the poor. The visit was an inspiration to Addams, giving her a vision for the plan that was shaping in her mind. 2 years later, she and Starr rented a large house in an underprivileged area in Chicago, which became known as the Hull House, after its builder. Addams expressed the purpose of the Hull House, saying that it was designed to provide a center for higher civic and social life, to institute and maintain educational and philanthropic enterprises, and to investigate and improve the conditions in the industrial districts of Chicago. The two women raised money, spoke out about the needs of the poor, and encouraged others to help them. They offered practical, hands-on help to the people of the neighborhood, watching children, taking care of the sick, and most of all, listening to those who came to them. The Hull House offered a kindergarten, clubs for children, and evening classes for adults. It grew rapidly. By its second year open, it had nearly 2,000 people coming each week for various programs. Jane Addams did not have to start the Hull House. She had no first-hand experience of poverty. She could have done anything with her life, even nothing if she had chosen. She could have lived a comfortable, easy life in the safe neighborhoods of wealthy Chicago. But she didn't. She went to the worst areas of town and changed them. She chose to make a difference, to reach out and serve. And by doing so, she made miracles for the people in the slums of Chicago. Many of us in this room will probably not end up spending our lives fighting poverty as intensely as Jane Addams did. Yet we can learn from her example how to make a difference serving in our own communities. We can follow her lead and take direct action to help end the problems that we face in our lives and in our world. Participating in community service programs or civic organizations may not seem like it is directly contributing to improving the world, but these seemingly small contributions can add up to create lasting change. When faced with what can seem like overwhelming problems, merely taking the first step towards creating a solution can be a miracle in itself. Jane Addams did not set out to eliminate all inner-city poverty. She only wanted to make a difference in one neighborhood and one city. Yet through her efforts, she was able to help thousands of people. Our community programs, such as those run by the Lions Club, are creating miracles by serving in our own communities. We can take the first steps toward fighting poverty within our local community by becoming involved in programs that offer help to those facing desperate financial need here in Addison County. Organizing a food drive at the local high school to help supply food banks, or donating time to volunteer at emergency shelters are simple ways to make a difference to those in need around us. By raising awareness of the needs around us and encouraging others to become involved as well, we can extend our influence and help change ripple into our community. Looking back on the most famous people who changed the world, we can see individuals who are dedicated, compassionate, and most of all, willing to serve. The problems facing us can seem overwhelming, but by taking the